morning. Welcome to maths class. Today we are going to see third chapter, data handling. In that already we saw two exercises: arithmetic mean, range, and median mode. These everything we found. Next we are going to see the bar graph. In bar graph, there is already you learned in 6th standard and lower classes for single bar graph. And now we are going to learn double bar graph. Okay, so in our exercise 3.3, we are going to see the chapter for single bar graph and also double bar graph. Okay, so the first question is exercise 3.3. First question is use the bar graph, the figure 3.3 to answer the following questions. The questions are: which is the most popular pet? Second question: how many students have dog as pet? Here the figure is given like this in your book itself. In the side of figure 3.3 it was given. This bar graph is given. Using you observe this bar graph and answer the following questions. In this, what is given? Here when you know about the bar graph. When at a graph, we need to draw the horizontal line. The horizontal line is called x-axis and vertical line is called y-axis. These two lines is very important. After that, in this graph they represent in the x-axis the name of the pet animals. That is pet animals. The x-axis represented pet animals: dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, others. And in y-axis some numbers are represented. These numbers is number of students. This is number of students. Here and then in the graph, in the graph sheet, the graph note. In the graph sheet it was given the very small boxes. So many boxes are. It is divided into small boxes. In that small boxes, each box contains 10 small lines vertically and horizontally it was there. Okay, so in this, each box 1 centimeter, we have to take 1 centimeter, and then in the x-axis, that each box we represent the pet animals. And likewise in y-axis, each box we give the numbers according to the numbers is given in the question. But in this, the graph itself given, here they given 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 likewise. So what happened in each 0, 2? This 2 x-axis and y-axis intersect at the 0. That is origin. We represent is always 0. So from 0 to 4. So what is that in between? In each box contains 2 units. Is it? So here the scale of this graph is in y-axis 1 box. That is 1 unit is equal to 2 students. Here it represent it as student. So 1 unit equal to 2 students. That is the scale. It is written. Okay. So in this, pets owned by students of class 7 is represented in this graph. In this graph, see that the graph represented dogs. Number of students owned have how many number of students have dogs is using this graph. How much height is that? The graph shows the height of 8. So the number of students have dogs is 8. And number of students have cats. The height of this bar is equal to 10. 10 students have cats. Likewise, rabbits. How many students have rabbits as a pet? See that it is equal to 2. 2 students have the rabbits as a pet. Next, hamsters. What is hamsters? Hamsters is also a pet animal. It's kind of mouse. Okay, so it is height. The height of this bar is, and it shows equal to, see that how much? In between 4 and 6 in between. So it is 5. Number of students is, the number of students have hamsters is 5. Next, other animals as a pet. So which is equal to, this is also, it is lying between 2 and 4. So, in the middle midpoint, so it is 3. 3 students. Okay. So, from the bar graph, we identify how many students have the pet animals like cats, dogs, rabbits. From this, we have to answer the 4 questions. The first question is A. Which is the most popular pet? Out of this, which is most popular? How do you, which word has the highest? See, in this one, this number only 10. Number of students, 10 students have the most number of students is this one. So, cat is the more popular pet. So, which is the most popular pet? Cats. Understand? Okay. Second question. How many students have dog as a pet? So, see the dogs, here dogs. In this board, how many students? 8. So, 8 students have dogs as a pet. Okay. Likewise, this already you learned in 5th standard and 6th standard everything. Once again, we recall. Okay. Likewise, one more problem is there. So, both the problems you have to write in a book itself. By seeing this graph in book itself, the given graph, see this and write in a book itself. This answer in book. Second also you write in a book. Okay. Now let's see the second question. Read the bar graph figure 3.4, which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years, and answer the following questions. Same way, this figure is given in a book itself. Here this bar graph shows number of books sold by a bookstore in 5 consecutive years. The year 1989, 1990, 1991, 1992, 1993. In these 5 consecutive years, the number of books sold is represented in the bar graph. We have to answer for this following questions. Here, by saying this, here in this graph, in x-axis they represented years. That is 1989, Second option, in which year were about 475 books sold? About 222 books sold. So there are other two questions. About 475 books sold. In which year? 475. See 480. About 475. So which year? In the year 1990. Okay? Nearly 475. One more thing. About 225. See this? 225. This one is 200. About 225. Nearly 225 books sold in the year 1992. Clear? How do we observe? Okay. So, observe the graph in your book. Likewise, you have to write answer in the book itself. Then, third question onwards, we have to draw our graph in the graph note. Okay. So, take graph note. Okay, likewise, in the second question itself, there are two more questions, third and fourth options. Likewise, see the graph and answer the two questions. Okay, next we will go to third question. Number of children in 6 different classes are given below. Represent the data on a bar graph. This is also single bar, so you already know. So, how to draw this? See that in this question, class and number of children is given. 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and the numbers is given. So we have to draw bar graph. We have to draw these questions in a note, graph note. Okay, take your graph note, exercise 3.3, and the third question. In a graph note, in a written part, you write the question and tabular column, everything. The question fully, third question, you draw question and tabular column, everything, write in the written part. And the graph sheet part only, in that we have to draw the graph. Okay. Now, in this we have to draw graph, class and number of children is given. So, in a graph sheet, have to draw vertical line y-axis and horizontal line x-axis. And y-axis is 2 intersect and O. Everything you should write. Don't miss this x, y and this 0. Next, in each boxes, mark it. There is more, I take 2 boxes. Okay. This is each box. In this, we represent class in x-axis. Then, number of children in y-axis. Number of children. After that, the number of children is given 135, 120, 95, 100, 90, 80. So, out of these numbers, we have to select the scale for each unit equal to how much we are taking. The minimum is 90, then maximum 135. So we can take 10 units. Okay. So if you take 10 units, it's bigger. 10, 20, 10, and we take 20 units. It's better to mark 20 units. 20 children in each unit. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, then 120, then 20 children. 20 children. Now we have to draw the bar graph for the each classes. First, 5th standard. For 5th, 135. So leave one unit at the first. After that, 135. So 135 where it is 120 and 140 in between. How much? 130. In between 130, then 5 for the little more. Okay. So you have to draw graph for this. Then this is for 5th. Or we can write this in the inside the for also. 5th standard, 135 students. Next, 6th, 120. Or leave one bar. Each bar will give equal space. Here one bar we need to know 1 unit. Likewise, here also leave one unit. Then we will have to start. For 6th standard, 120. Match here 120. Here it is. How to 9th, 10th is there, so you have to draw the bars continuously and then you have to write the scale 1 unit equal to 20 children. That you should write. Clear how to draw? This you know already, you do in a 6th standard. Likewise we have to draw in the graph 8 till 8 and here, then 9 and 10 will continue. You have to draw this. But when drawing the graph, but don't forget this is x-axis, horizontal line, and put x. Then vertical line, y. After that, this in x-axis, what you give, what you represent. That you have to represent here. Then likewise in y-axis, what you have to represent, that you are writing. Okay. So likewise, according to the given data, we have to select the unit scale. Second question, answer the following questions. Which class has the maximum number of children and minimum? Which class has the maximum number of children? Which class, which bar is the highest? The fifth. The class 5 has the maximum number of children, that is 135. Which class has the minimum number of children? Which one? That is 80. That is 10th standard. Class 10 has the minimum number of children, which is equal to 80. Next, second question. Find the ratio of the students of class 6 to the students of class 8. Find the ratio. Find the ratio. Yes. See, draw the graph in a graph sheet, and in the written part you have to answer the given questions. Write the question and answer for that, and we are going to write the ratio of the next option. Ratio of, for the questions, question A, how do you choose the scale? According to the number of students. Okay. Second option in B. First one is which class has the maximum number of children? Maximum number of children. Grade 5. Class 5 has maximum number of children and minimum number of children. Class 10. Class 10 has a minimum number of children. The second option, find the ratio of students of class 6 to the ratio. Class 6 is to class 8. Find the ratio of class 6 to class 8. So class 6, how many number of children? 120 is to. Class 8, how many number of children? 100. So this is the ratio of the number of children in class 6 and to class 8. For that we have to write only 120 is to 100. For that, is there any common divisor? We have to simplify and write. So 120, we write the ratio in the fractional form, then simplify. 0 is cancelled. These two, 12 and 10 are as a common divisor, 2. So when we divide, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, which is equal to 6 by 5. So again we write in the ratio form, that is 6 is to 5. Clear? So these things you write in the writing part. Okay, in the left side of your graph note. Ruled sheet is there, no? And that what you have to write the answer for the questions, and the graph draw in the graph sheet. Clear? Likewise, fourth question. The performance of a student in first term and second term is given. Draw a double bar graph choosing appropriate scale and answer the following. Here we need to draw double bar. Why do we draw double bar? Nothing but when you are comparing two things in a person or a particular thing, to compare easily, we have to draw the both graph in a single graph sheet so that we can easily compare it. Okay? So here the problem they given, the first term and second term marks for the some students is given. Subjects. First term marks and second term marks of a student is given. By comparing these two marks, how he is improved, how he decreased their study level, everything we can compare. It is easy. If there is given drawing at two graph sheets, separate graph sheets, by comparing it will take some difficult, so that we have to use the double bar graph. Okay, so we'll see that. Next question, fourth question. Subject English, Hindi, Math, Science, Social Science, first term and second term. In graph as usual, x-axis, y-axis. X-axis and y-axis. This x-axis we can take as subjects. Y-axis, marks. In first term and second term, the student gets marks. The marks are 67, 72, 88, 81, 73. So we can take 5 units. 5 units means it's bigger, but we have a smaller line. So we take 10 units. That's very easy. 10 units. Okay, to plotting the values is easy to. Okay, we'll take the unit is 10. 1 unit equal to 10 marks. Okay, so 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, that's 2 marks. 80, 95 or there. So in your graph sheet you can take, but first term 67. First we plot first term and second term each subjects. First one English. For English first leave one box. Then in this for these 2 boxes English. For first term 67 marks. For English 67 marks. So 60 is this one. 67 means in between 60 and 70 there are small 10 lines. So 7th line we have to plot. For that 67. This is term 1. After that for term 2 it is 70. So term 2 70. So continuously you have to draw this. 70. So this is term 1. This for term 2. Okay. So we have give a little difference for that. Give for term 1 I put a shaded line and term 2 we give go to the next subject, maths. For maths, first term 88. 88 in between 80 and 90, that is 8th line. 8th line. Nowadays we don't go here. This 88, term 1. So for term 1, we know this. Next, 95. 95 in between 90 and 100. 5th line, the little daughter in between. Middle. 95. Term 2, 95 in maths. Likewise, we have to draw a line, science and social science. Leave one box in this science. For science, first term mark 81. For 81, in between 80 and 90, the first line. Term 1, shades. 85. 85 middle. Here. Term 2. Next is social science. For 73, leave one box. Social science. Term 1, 73. 73 in between 70 and 80, that is 3 boxes. Above 70, 71, 72, 73. 3 lines. Above 70, the smaller lines. You count 3 more lines, that is the 73. So this is term 1, 73 marks in social science. Term 2, 75. Middle. Little bigger. Middle line. Little daughter was given in between 70 and 80. That is 75. Okay. So this is the double bar graph we have drawn for this data. For this we have to write scale. 1 unit equal to how much we take it? 10 marks. This is given in marks. So 1 unit equal to 10 marks. This is graph we draw. We have to draw for 4th question. Okay. So draw the graph in the graph sheet. Likewise, after that we have to draw these 2 boxes. One is we draw this shaded, one is empty. The shaded box is term 1 box. Unshaded box is term 2. Everything note in the graph sheet. Okay, this is the format of graph sheet. Draw this. Okay, 4th sum, graph. You draw in the graph sheet. Now, in the written part, left hand side in your graph note, you have to write the 4th question and tabular column and the optional questions. For optional question, write the question, then write the answer. Here in this written part also you have to use pencil. Okay, in the graph sheet you have to use everything in pencil. In the written part and the graph sheet, everything you have to use pencil. Clear? Okay, therefore in this first option, in which subject has the child improved his performance the most? So, performance is most. That means from you have to compare each subject for the first term marks and the second term marks. So, when you compare, if it is the second term is increased, so its whose performance is good. So most good performance. That means the difference between the first term mark and second term mark is high. In which subject is high, that you have to select. So that is the question. In which subject has the child improved his performance the most? So you have to compare this. In English 67, 70. Its difference, 70 is improved. So 7 is subtract, we'll get 3. The difference is 3. In Hindi, 72 and 65. But it is reduced. The second term mark is reduced. So it is not a good performance. Okay. So we need not to take. In maths, 88, 95. In this, the performance, it is improved. The second term, the girl or the student improved. So how much improved? How much? 7 marks. When you subtract these two, how much she improved from 88 to 95? 7 marks increased. Then science 81, 85. So here also second term improved. How much improved? 4 marks improved. In social science 73, 75. So how much improved? 2 marks. Now, which is the most performance? Which performance is most? So which number is bigger? How much more marks improved in this subject? So this subject is maths. Okay. So for first option, maths. In which subject the student improved his performance most? Maths. Clear? Likewise, second option. In which subject is the improvement the least? In this 4 subject, improvement is there. But in Hindi, there is no improvement. Okay, it's reduced. So we need not to check. This in improvement, the most improvement is the maths. The least improvement, this is 2 marks. In the difference, least is 2. So which subject? Social science, isn't it? So the least performance, least improvement is social science. Then third option. Has the performance gone down in any subject? Performance gone down in any subject? Yes. In Hindi, the student gone down its performance. So which subject? Hindi. Yes. The question is, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes. The subject is Hindi. Good? Understand? So, you have to draw the graph in a graph sheet, then write the answer question and the answers in the written part. Everything you have to use only pencil. And while drawing a graph, use scale and sharp pencil. Need not to draw overdraw. Okay, single line, thin line should be there. Very neat. Draw the graph very neatly. Okay. Now, likewise, the next question. 5th question. Consider this data collected from a survey of a colony. Favorite sport: cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey, and athletics. Here the number of people surveyed in these sports. How many people watching this sport? How many people participating this sports is given. From this we have to draw graph. For the question 5. Shall I erase this? We'll go to 5th question. In 5th question, it was given in cricket. This is watching, participating. This cricket, basketball, swimming, hockey, athlete. It is watching 1240, participating 620, 470, 320.
510, 320. Hockey 430, 250. Athlete 250, 105. Okay, this is the tabular column. The data is given. Using this data, we have to draw a graph. While draw graph in x-axis, so while drawing graph, x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, the sport. Y-axis, number of people. Y-axis, number of people. It's starting from 0. Now, how do you take scale? Here, 1000, 200, 400, 700, 500, likewise. So, everything in hundreds. So, we can select this 1 unit is equal to 100. 100, 200, 300, likewise. Okay. Now, here the sports we have to select. You can draw the double bar graph as fourth sum. How we draw the fourth sum? Same way we have to draw the scale. You have to choose 1 unit equal to 100. So if it is 1240, so when you put the hundreds, so 1000, 1100, 1200, 1300. So in between two numbers, 2 units, how many lines? 10 lines. Each line represented as 10. Okay, each line represents 10. So 1240, 1200, then the small 4 lines. In between 1200 and 1300, above 1200, the small 4 lines, above small 4 lines you have to draw. You select them. Okay, likewise everything. That means that in between 2 units, there are small 10 lines are there. Each small line contains 10 people. Okay, so likewise you have to draw the double bar graph, and in the writing part you have to answer the questions. What is that? Draw double bar graph choosing an appropriate scale. What do you infer from the bar graph? What appropriate scale is? Scale 1 unit equal to 100 people. Okay, you choose. And what do you infer from the bar graph? From this bar graph, what do you get? It means the survey of people watching and participating in the sport. Is survey. Infer from the bar graph. From the bar graph, what do you get? We can compare the people. Compare the people in the sport. Those who watching the sport and participating in the sport. The interest of the people is watching or participating. Which is more interest? The people gets in which one they are interested. Whether it is watching the sport or participating in the sport. That only we have to compare. So watching, participating. So we can compare the watching and participating in the sport as we get idea from this graph. Okay, so just like we have to write it. Second option. Which sport is most popular? Which sport is most popular? So, most popular means in which sport most number of people is watching or participating. Both we have to compare. So 1250 in this watching and participating is more than in cricket only. When you comparing all the sports, this in watching is also cricket. When comparing all the sport in participating is also more. So that this cricket is most popular game. Third one. Which is more preferred, watching or participating in sports? Which is more preferred to compare watching or participating? watching is more. When this watching is more. Watching. So the people are preferred most the watching. They are not interested to participating. Okay, so the most preference is watching. Okay, can you draw? You should draw the graph. Okay, sixth question, you need not, the table is given in before. Enough, these 5 questions you draw in a graph neatly, that's enough. Okay, so for this, which what do you infer from the bar graph? Now you have to write this exercise 3.3 in your class in a graph note, but the first 2 questions 1 and 2 write in a book enough, and 3, 4, 5 in a graph note. This graph note, in graph note you write exercise 3.3 and date, then write a question, tabular column in the left hand side, then draw the graph in the right hand side, and everything use only pencil. Good, correct. Then while drawing the graph, x-axis and vertical line y-axis, and what is you represent in x-axis and what you represent in y-axis, everything you have to write. And then this lines very carefully you have to draw the scale, and scale you have to write here. And while drawing a bar graph, one single bar graph, you leave equal space between each bars. Likewise, when you draw the double bar graph, also each double bar leave equal space in between 2 double bars. Okay, this is very important. Likewise, draw neatly, and when drawing the lines, draw a sharp pencil, use scale and draw a thin line. Don't overdraw. Okay, not like eyebrow, you should not scratch. Okay, but draw neatly. Very good. Complete this exercise. Thank you.